This plane ran out of fuel in the middle of the ocean. The beautiful view below could turn terrifying if the woman fell. But to keep the plane flying, she had to refuel it right on the wing. Very carefully, she started climbing onto the top of the plane, which was flying at 500 meters high. She held on to the antenna to resist the strong wind, then slowly moved toward the fuel tank. Using one hand, she started opening the cap, but suddenly a strong turbulence almost blew her away. Her boyfriend in the cockpit handed her a bottle of fuel. She opened it with her mouth and began pouring it into the tank with just one hand. The reason she had to do it? Because her boyfriend was paralyzed from the waist down, and he was the only one who could fly the plane. He quickly passed her another bottle of fuel the same way. She poured it again, even though a single mistake up there could be the end of her life. But just as things were going well, the guy accidentally dropped the last bottle. Then a violent shake almost sent her flying off like a kite. But with a strong grip, the woman made it back into the cabin. Then came some good news. The guy spotted a small island in the middle of the sea. Even though it was tiny, it was big enough to land the plane. But the woman's face turned serious when she realized the island's location. It was in the opposite direction of their original flight path, and they probably didn't have enough fuel to get there. Worse, after they turned around, the island disappeared from sight. The man's heart was pounding. He felt deeply guilty for making so many mistakes. Moments later, the propeller stopped spinning. They had completely run out of fuel. They had to face the harsh reality. They might end up in the middle of the ocean. But even in that emergency, they didn't blame each other. Instead, they supported one another. Out of nowhere, the missing island finally appeared right in front of them. Now all they had to do was land the plane safely. But as they got lower, the powerless plane started shaking like crazy. They tried slowing down, but the speed kept rising. In the next second, the plane crashed hard into the water. Even worse, it sank upside down. That made it harder for them to get out. The woman's clothes got stuck on a seat. She had to take them off to free herself. Now the plane was sitting on the edge of a deep trench. After freeing herself, she opened the door and swam to the surface. She took a deep breath, but couldn't find her boyfriend, so she dove back down. Turns out, he was stuck near the plane's wing. She pulled him with all her strength, then inflated the life vest. Finally, they escaped, just in time, before the plane sank into the deep trench. The woman dragged her boyfriend to shore and gave him first aid until he woke up. And finally, they started planting crops on that island together.